Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about Nizar Qabbani. Nizar Qabbani was a Syrian poet, diplomat, and publisher who was born on March 21, 1923 in Damascus, Syria. He was known as one of the Arabs' most influential contemporary poets. Nizar Qabbani was born to a middle-class merchant family with a Syrian father and Turkish mother. He studied law at the University of Damascus, where he graduated in 1945 and started his diplomatic career in this year. He served the Syrian embassies in Egypt, Turkey, Lebanon, Beirut, China, Spain, and Britain. Spain was his favorite, where he wrote his most memorable verses. He retired in 1966 and moved to Beirut, Lebanon, where he founded a publishing company called Manshurat. When he was in college, he wrote his first collection of poems titled The Brunette Told Me. It was a collection of romantic verses that refers to a woman's body, which was shocking to the Damascus society at that time. For making the poems acceptable, Nizar went to the Minister of Education, who was his father's friend. He liked the poems and autographed them by writing the introduction for Nizar's first book. Qabbani wrote a lot of poetry at the beginning in classic forms, then he wrote in free verse. Qabbani admired and respected by generations for his sensual and romantic verses. Through his life, he made woman his main theme and inspiration. He earned a reputation for daring with the publication in 1954 of his first volume verse, Childhood of a Breast, which broke the conventional tradition of Arabic literature. Qabbani's poetry covers a host of different topics and themes more than any other modern Arab poet. He has become identified with writings about the role and status of Arab women. He was called in some circles as women's champion, as if he adopted the feminist cause and defended their rights. Yet at the same time, he wrote poems that adorates women's beauty and bodies. In addition to his love for women, he also was in deep love and involved in the politics of his society. When Qabbani was 15, his sister, who was 25, committed suicide as if he refused to marry an old man who she did not love. At his sister's funeral, he decided to fight the social conditions, which he saw that it was the reason behind his sister's death. Nizar is known as one of the most feminist and progressive intellectuals of his time. His collection named Poems by Nizar Qabbani was published in 1956, and it's considered to be one of the most significant works by the famous poet. He published around 9 collections of poems in the 70s, which included works such as Book of Love, 100 Letters of Love, Poems Against the Law, To Beirut the Feminine, With My Love, and many others. Nizar had 2 sisters, Wisal and Haifa, and he had 3 brothers, Mu'taz, Rashid, and Sabah. Nizar Qabbani married twice in his life. At first, he married his cousin Zahra Aqbiq. They had a daughter Halba and a son named Tawfiq. Tawfiq died because of a heart attack when he was 22 years old when he was in London. Qabbani praised enthusiastically his son in the famous poem to the legendary Damascus Prince Tawfiq Qabbani. Zahra Aqbiq died in 2007. His daughter Halba was born in 1947. She was married twice and lived in London until her death in April 2009. His second marriage was to an Iraqi woman named Balqis Harawi, a school teacher that he met at a poetry concert in Baghdad. Balqis was killed in the Iraq embassy bombing in Beirut during the Lebanese Civil War on 15 December 1981. Her death had a severe effect on Qabbani. He expressed his grief in his famous poem Balqis, blaming the entire Arab world for her death. They had a son named Omar and a daughter named Zainab. After the death of Balqis, Qabbani did not marry again. He left Beirut and settled in London, where he spent his 15 years of his life. Qabbani continued in writing poems until the year 1997. He suffered from poor health and recovered from his sickness in late 1997. He died at the age of 75. He died in London on 30 April 1998 of heart attack.